Greetings, parents and guardians. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this informational video. My name is Mrs. Cook, Miranda Cook, and I would love to get started. This seminar is designed to inform parents of the tools to help their child grow and improve his or her reading skills, as well as how to engage their students when learning at home. So let's go over our agenda. The first thing that we're going to discuss is the parent guardian survey. This is the survey that we sent out through Infinite Campus. We're also going to go over the teacher collaboration results. This is the collaboration that I did with other ELA teachers, and these are some areas that they noticed students are deficient in. We're going to discuss those focus areas. I picked one area out of each section, which is going to be our focus area. Then we're going to look at some diagnostic tools. How can we know that our students are deficient in these areas? Then we're going to add in our implementation strategies, and we're going to do a call to action for our parents. So let's take a look at our survey results. These are the results. If you take a look, these are the 7th grade ELA parent results. This is the Likert scale. That was 4 questions with agree, disagree, or neutral. And then we have our open-ended question responses located right here. Today, we are going to focus on our open-ended response questions. And we are going to focus, I'm going to share some of the results the feedback that we received from you all. So the question is, how could we improve one area in your students' learning environment? And this is the feedback that we received from you all. Smaller classroom sizes and more teachers. Teachers to engage with parents more so the parents understand what the students are learning in the classroom. More entertaining and engaging relatable lessons for the students so that they are more engaged and motivated to learn. More homework to reinforce learning. So the students are able to make sure that they are knowing everything and being able to reinforce the skills that they are learning in the classroom. More tutoring opportunities, whether it's at home, before school, or after school. Minimizing distractions and more explicit instructions in the classroom, as well as challenging students who are unmotivated. From the teacher collaboration, these are some areas that they notice students are deficient in. Reading comprehension, writing, being able to articulate what they are thinking on paper, critical thinking skills, and vocabulary. So our focus areas that we are going to take a look at today is reading comprehension and engaging in interactive lessons. So let's think about it. What exactly is reading comprehension? It is the ability to process written text, understand its meaning, and to integrate with what the reader already knows. So how can we implement reading comprehension? You want to make sure that your student is able to understand what they're reading and be able to make and draw conclusions, as well as take a look at the text and understand what the author or what the writer is saying. So some ways that we can assess what your students' reading comprehension skills is through iReady. It is an intervention skill, and it is something that we use at our school. This is something that parents, you can take a look at. Your students have access to their iReady and MAP scores, and you can take a look at what they're working on and what their reading comprehension levels are. So iReady is an online assessment and an instruction that helps teachers provide all students a path to proficiency and growth in reading and mathematics. MAP is another assessment tool. It is used to identify students' current instructional level and provides a national percentile ranking. This national percentile ranking shows what students are, what their levels are based on other students in the state as well as in the nation. So let's take a look at some of the implementation strategies that we are going to use to help promote reading comprehension and engaging lessons. The first strategy that we're going to take a look at is questioning the author, QTA. This strategy promotes reading comprehension through critical thinking questions. How so? Well, one way that you can promote critical thinking is providing question stems. These are sentence or question starters that can help students ask the right questions to promote the critical thinking. Also, probing students. These are just critical questions or critical thinking questions that you can ask your scholar at home or in the classroom. And I will provide some of those questions on this next slide. The next strategy is the educational escape room. This strategy is designed to promote engaging lessons for the students. This is a curriculum design game to promote engagement and collaboration. So it is similar to the escape room that you would do, that you are locked in a room and you have to figure out the riddles and the clues. So how can we promote this in a classroom to still provide rigor and so that it's aligned with curriculum and instruction? Well, we would do this through narrative stories, and we will align this with the 7 elements of a story. So this is how teachers will be able to implement this into the classroom. So if we go back to questioning the author, let's take a look at some of the questioning stems or probing the questions or probing students with these questions. If we take a look at this first question, it says, what is the author trying to tell you? So we have an exemplar book, Hidden in Plain Sight, A Prophet is Conceived by Kyle Robertson. If we have students read this narrative story, we can ask students, what is the author trying to tell you with this story? Why do you think the author is telling you that? This is not just your regular questions that you would ask. Who are the characters in this story? What is the common theme in this story? Does the author clearly state what they're trying to say? How could they have used different words? Why do you think the author chose to use this phrase or wording in this specific thought spot? Again, this promotes thinking and critical thinking, and it's not just about the passage. It promotes a deeper level of thinking, which also promotes reading comprehension because it is not specifically about the passage, but about the way the author wrote this specific text. Again, I wanted to share that we can create a bookmark for students in the classroom with question starters. Some of those question starters would be, what do you blank? How could the author blank? Those are some question starters that we can promote, that we can give to students to promote critical thinking. The students would finish the sentence off. So if we move on to the educational escape game, let's take a look at how we can implement this with the 7 elements of a story. The 7 elements of a story is characters, conflict, plot, point of view, setting, theme, and tone. Again, we're going to use our exemplar, Hidden in Plain Sight, A Prophet is Conceived by Kyle Robertson. Let's take a look at how we can implement this into the classroom to promote rigor and to make sure it's still aligned with the curriculum. Students will work in groups at stations. As students progress in stations, the rigor will progress as well. So in station 1, this station will be focused on characters. And based on the background information of the characters, students will have to decipher 2 riddles about the characters to unlock clues to move to the next station. Station 2 will be on the conflict in the story. Students will be given a select all that apply multiple choice question about the conflict. The correct answer choices will contain hidden letters that students will have to decode to unlock the word lock for the next clue. This is how we can promote engagement. Who doesn't love a riddle that they have to decode? This will promote collaboration, and this will also promote reading comprehension. The comprehension will, the way that it will promote reading comprehension is because that the reading comprehension skills, the students have to understand what the book is about to promote the reading comprehension. So, the call to action, how can we implement this at home for parents? Well, a simple way is to turn on closed captioning when watching television. Have your scholar at home, whether you're watching movies, shows, or online videos. Have the closed captioning so they can read along and take a look at the words that the person is using whenever they are speaking. Another thing that you can include is reading the back of the cereal boxes. Have your scholars read the back of the cereal boxes or read the back of the books and ask them questions about what they read. Here are some online resources that students can take a look at. Readworks.org, readtherapy.org, and newsela.com. These are 3 free sources that can promote reading comprehension. Another thing that is not listed on here is breakoutedu.com. This is ways that these are fun educational games that students can use at home that are free as well for the parents. Again, these are some free resources that the parents can use at home. I want to thank you for your time for taking a look at this informational video. Again, my name is Miranda Cook, and I can be reached at this email below. Have a great day.